Hello and welcome to another episode of TechCondo Live. Great to be back. It's been a long time. 3 weeks I've been away and doing a lot of things, but not the things that I wanted to do. But I'm going to talk about the personal stuff in just a bit. We'll keep that short and sweet, but I will tell you, it was not as planned. And of course, then we will talk about other plans that I have thought about actually the last couple of days, believe it or not. So let's delve into the show and let's say hello to some people that I have not seen for quite some time. Hello to MT, as always, one of the first, or actually the first person that is actually, well, at the watching the TV or it's a laptop or wherever you're watching from, and it's really good to see you. And danke MT for being here. Also to Raoul, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon wherever you are. A special welcome also to Clint, who's all the way from Australia, Gold Coast to be more exact. And well, you know, Clint, Gold Coast is actually also the place where vMix is founded. So basically, they're from the Gold Coast. So actually, I feel a good connection going on there from the get-go. Welcome, Clint, from the Gold Coast. Really appreciate you for taking the time. It's quite early in at your place, I presume. And it's also not Saturday, but Sunday. A lot of welcome to everybody. Cool about that. Let me go to the next page. Anthony says, hello Petra, glad that you're back. It was some kind of boring without you. Well, the same thing goes for me. I really missed you guys, believe it or not. Even though I will come to that, it's very important for me to take a break. Really important for me. But it's also, I do miss you guys very much. I also see the Kabel studio. Welcome for the beautiful back corner. like your style. Yeah, how do you translate that? It's literally translated. Let me just say it that way. Welcome. Really appreciate you for being here. Eric is also in the house. Welcome. Saying welcome to everybody. I also saw Gerard somewhere. Here you go. Welcome from Stuttgart. Welcome. Viel is in the house. Well, it's a great a lot of people are joining today. Niels is here as well. Welcome, Niels. DJ Ware, of course, welcome. And I hope that I have not forgotten anybody. I don't think so. Appreciate you for taking the time on this beautiful Saturday evening or Saturday morning or even Sunday morning, depending on where you are in the world. We're live every single week, typically, but we occasionally do have some breaks, and we're going to talk about those plans more precisely, because I will be more blunt moving forward, just also to make it more clear for everybody, because for some reason I always make a mess of it, and I want to prevent that from happening. Also, a special welcome to my dad, who is not here. He is actually at home. He's looking after Scooter, you know, the young one. He is about 1.5 years old now, almost turning 2 in about 4 months or so. And Kermit is literally like I can almost touch him beside me, like he did in the past as well. And that starts that let's start the show with about a bit of a the health crisis at the TechCondo, so to speak. So yeah, the plan, like I said a couple of weeks ago, actually during the live show, was that I went to San Diego. That would be 2 weeks, where the second week would be a few days in Portland, and then I would have like a week of to just relax and you have some vacation, right? And San Diego and Portland would then be not really a break, but more day-to-day job related for ASML. Now, here comes the kicker. Actually, I was there for just a week. because I was already ill before I went to the States, and I kept being ill like the full week there, and digestive system issues, very well, not so great. I didn't feel well, so I decided, together with my colleague, to go home earlier than expected, which meant that I didn't go to Portland, and I didn't stay for 2 weeks, but for just 1 week in San Diego. Then I took a week of recovering, yet still working, because, well, you know, I was not that ill that I could not do anything. On the other hand, it didn't make sense. So I actually did work for that week, a few days, and then I took a week off. And that week is just finished today. But that was not all of it. I said the whole house was ill. So Scooter had a small, like a, yeah, like something here that needed some attention. Between his ear and his eye, turned out to be just a scratch mark, because he had some, some issues or something. So we're actively putting some oils, etc., on it to let it heal on its own. It looks really promising. Everything looks to be fine, but you never know. It's a young cat, but you're not thinking about the ugly diseases yet, but still in the back of your mind's eye, it's still there, right? So that was a bit of a challenge, but that was very quickly okay. Then we have Kermit, and Kermit was not going well. He was actually really, really ill, also having digestive issues, but also having kidney issues. And he has had kidney issues for, I would say, more than a half a year now, like 8 months or so. And it was getting that bad that I was not yet sure if, the quality of life discussion is coming at that particular time. So it's like, oh, is it now time to say goodbye or not? Kermit is 14 and a half years old, so he is turning to be an old guy, right? He's like really getting into it. He's really senior, and so it's a good time to start to think about it. Of course, but I don't want him to leave. That to be sure, that I definitely don't want it. But we went there, and the veterinarian, she was actually quite positive about him. He was like, okay, he has a kidney disease, and yes, he most likely will die from it, but he's not that far yet. So we decided to give him some other medication, and I just started that with like 3-4 days ago, and well, it's of course way too early to say, but at the moment, knock on wood, it looks to be very good. So I'm hoping that it's getting a little bit better. Now, of course, that doesn't say that he will, maybe like in 3-4 months it will be different. But for now, he is off the hook for now, and he's actually doing quite well. I have a feeling that his coat is getting better. I'm looking at him right now, but it's all too early to say it. So let's hope for the best. That he will be here around for still a few months, maybe a year at the most. That's my expectation at the moment. Wow. So that was the health issues the last 3 weeks. Not as planned, I can tell you. And indeed, Eric, poor Kermit. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame. Indeed, Pete the cat whisperer. Oh, absolutely. He's loving every single moment together with Scooter. I know that Scooter also likes to be with my dad. So that's really cool indeed. All right. So that was the health thingy. So that's that. So the 3 weeks were not as planned, but regardless, I'm really happy to be together with you again. But we have to talk. We have to talk, and it's not a fun discussion. Partly, but it's going to be very, very much fun in just a bit. So bear with me a little bit, because I do want to tell you a few things before I go into too much depth, making sure that everything is ready here. So I have been struggling with a certain aspect of TechCondo for the better part of the year already. And the struggle was actually very simple. I wanted to, provide you content, provide you a lot of really cool videos. But I did. I think that I still did. I went live almost every single week. Went really well. But I also noticed, if you look at the statistics of the channel, that my pre-recorded content actually does way better if it goes to likes, likes, it's the subscriber ratio and the amount of views. It goes way higher. Typically, it's in the 1K, 2K, 3K views compared to live shows like 600, 700, which is still a lot, but you want to get more views, right? And I was struggling with it because what does that mean? Do I need to go fully to pre-record it? No, I'm not going to do that. but that was one of the things that I was thinking about. Is that, well, maybe I should go into fully pre-recorded, because that's better for the views, better for the subscribers, better for everything. But I really, really like being with you guys, being live every single Saturday. And to be honest, that is what TechCondo is all about: sharing and trying to help each other. So that's also something that was very important to me and still is very important to me. But I cannot do live and pre-recorded at the same time. That's just a matter of availability. I have a day-to-day job that is quite demanding. I have also, of course, the gigs that I do at a regular basis. So it's getting there. Not complaining, but it's getting there. So it got me thinking: what can I do to make this happen, and how can I make it best of both worlds? And I think that I now know how I can get it to be the best of both worlds. Before I show that, this is like a very bad cliffhanger. I did see some people joining in. So Eric, his things are stabilizing. Absolutely. Sorry. All right. So let's talk about the live shows. Don't worry, it's going to remain, and it's definitely going to remain, like I say right here, weekly. So please know that the frequency of the live shows, as you know it, will remain on a weekly basis. That's not going to change at all. That's not the intent. And on top of that, I can also say that if I have a Saturday gig, and that typically does happen, that I have a Saturday gig, I will be going live as quickly as possible after that, and that will be on a Tuesday. That is very much on purpose. I know that a lot of people are also watching Aaron Parecki and John Barker. So because of that, I decided to go on the Tuesday, so to make sure that you can still see them as well, and then it's just a backup plan. So if there's a gig, there will be a backup plan for the Tuesday. If I'm on a business trip or on vacation, unfortunately, and that will remain as it always have been, no show. Unfortunately, reason behind that is actually quite easy. Typically, I'm not all by myself. Typically, we are actually there with a few people, and we want to, do stuff. And I don't want to be a burden and say, in the early morning, so sorry guys, I will have to come later, maybe at the mid of the day, because I have to do a show. That doesn't compute. I am there for my work. I need to make sure that I'm there also from a perspective of business. So that is the reason that I cannot do that. So there will be no show. That is not changed. Was also not will not also change What will also not change is that the main topics will remain ATEM and vMix, of course. That is where we as a community like and what we want to know more about. So that will remain the main topics also in 2023 and 2024. So whatever I'm talking to you about today will be for 2023 onwards until the whole 2024. After that, we'll see. But so 1.5 years, that's set in stone from my perspective at the moment. Obviously, if it doesn't work, we will have a discussion at a later stage. But there must be a reason not to say yes to that at the moment. So again, weekly, every Saturday. If not on Saturday because of gigs, it will be on Tuesday. In case of business simplification, no show, and the main topics will remain to be the ATEM or vMix. What will be new? That is this. I will be more focused towards software. I noticed the last couple of videos of this year that I was very much focused towards hardware. Hardware is really important, obviously, but it doesn't really say something about how you can use it. So yeah, I want to be more focused to software, give you more how-to guides, be more in-depth in different things, making sure that other use cases are also talked about. So that will increase the amount of possibilities quite dramatically, and it will also be a little bit easier for me to make because I unlike you might think is that I don't read from a teleprompter, and that is really so a very stupid reason. I'm gonna fix it in the end of the year, maybe in January. But if I look straight at you, that is blurred for me. I have very bad eyesight. I only have reading glasses below. So actually, if I would read like this, I will do that would be possible for me, or alternatively like this, that would be possible for me. But that doesn't look right. So I need to have like a computer glasses to make it work. So I will be purchasing those, but I cannot purchase them now. It needs to be at the end of the year, unfortunately. Insurance thingy. Okay, so that's the reason why I need to do as much as possible on top of my head. And of course, if you have a computer screen, that's way easier than a talking head shot. So that's a little bit of a backstory about that. Will be more software focused. Central Control, DaVinci Resolve will come back. DaVinci Resolve will be quite a huge new topic. I think it's going to be the third topic. So ATEM, vMix, and DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve will be, I believe, the top three topic. It's going to be quite huge, and of course that has everything to do with my learning curve and discussing it with you guys. And I really have some really cool stuff to talk about, I think. Then the weekly show will be more Q&A focused. What do I mean by that? Well, actually, what I did the last couple of, actually 2 years or so, is that I only had one Q&A show per month, and that was free format, and all the other stuff was really well prepared. And actually, it should be a video, to be honest. So because of that, and I want to, give really good value if it comes to videos. By the way, videos are roughly 15 to 20 minutes in that area. That's at least 10 minutes is on the low end, to be honest. So 15 to 20 minutes, that's my sweet spot. That's how long it will roughly take. There will be some shorter ones depending on the topic, but we'll figure that out. Anyway, so the weekly show will be more Q&A focused, but that means that we can talk a little bit about the videos that were just released, or maybe news that were just coming in, like for example, Blackmagic has announced something, vMix has announced the new version 27. I don't know, I hope IBC, you never know. there will be so some more to talk about. And what I like about the Q&A is that you decide what I'm going to do. And that also means that I need to prepare my studio to make it more better to be flexible towards you guys. So moving forward, and that's what I will start doing as of next week, I will be starting to prepare my studio to be more, let's say, flexible to talk about what you like to talk about. So, for example, here, this area is vMix. But I also already am planning a, let's say, more ATEM slash Blackmagic Design, ATEM slash DaVinci Resolve, I meant, area. And that looks like this. This is literally right here. I can touch it. That's this one right here. And this is what it looks like right there. I just finished it up today, but it's not finished fully, so I cannot use it today. As you can see, we have the Stream Deck editor of the Speed editor down below. We have a MacBook Pro that I'm using to run DaVinci, or maybe ATEM software. I've got a ATEM Mini Pro on the left hand side. Now that ATEM Mini Pro will be modified to the extreme, because I also want to be able to show like the super source and other things like the ISO recording, which is not possible on the Pro that I have right here. So that will be changing. Behind that ATEM Mini, there's also a CloudPod that is attached, and you see the PTZ camera, the PTZ optics camera down below. That will be hung like a top-down PTZ camera, so that that I can show what I'm doing with my hands. So that's there, and you also see that the microphone is already ready to rock. It's a really nice SM7B. So it's going to be a little bit of a different situation there. It's not going to be sitting; it will be standing. So vMix will be sitting, and that one will be a standing desk, because I really like, being more, more flexible in that way. So that is that part. I do though have something that is maybe not so nice to say, but this is really important for myself and my health, and that is that there will be no shows in July and August. And the reason that there's no show in July and August is really because of the weather patterns here in the Netherlands. At the moment in this studio, I kid you not, it's 27 degrees Celsius, which is quite very, very warm to work. And especially if you start with 27 degrees and you switch all of the gear, then it becomes 27.5 or 28 even, and that is no fun to work like that. So that is one of the reasons to do it, really because of the heat. But arguably, I could already start to say no in June, but of course, that doesn't compute to me as well. So July and August, there will be no show. And that will also help me to have like a block of 3-4 weeks to really do other stuff. And not think about, like TechCondo or whatever, really do other stuff. I do like to build Lego, for example, right there, for example. You see Baby Yoda or Grogu. I do like to build Lego stuff, and I just want to have time for that. So that's so those are the two reasons for July and August. And yeah, December till mid-January is also, again, because of the Christmas period and the New Year's period. I just wanted to make a few weeks off so that I can focus on, spending time with my dad, spending time with friends, doing other stuff. So I think it's really important. Also for health-wise, it's important to occasionally have some time off. It's not great for the analytics, I know, but what is more important, YouTube or my health? I think my health. So that's a go. And like Eric says, 27 or 28 degrees Celsius is no fun. Absolutely not. Software is not expensive as hardware. I like it. Neil says, okay, good. I like that style. Let's keep that that way. Software focus sounds great. Okay, cool. Clint says your live shows are very good quality, like Doc Johnson's live shows. He also talks about the lack of views with his live shows. Yeah, that's the issue. And I was really, again, I was really debating what I need to do. It's literally choosing between two bets in essence, right? You want to go with only live and make live very good, but then you don't get enough views, or you want to go fully with pre-recorded content, and yes, that then you miss the community. Yeah, you know. so I decided to go with both, but then that means that the live shows will still be weekly, but will have a more of a Q&A factor and not so much of a how-to guide. Of course, if you have questions, I will, but not by design. So my argument in my head is that okay, Q&A shows is less preparations because I don't know what will come, and so that means that I have more time to make that video, right? Okay, now we now know that what live shows are all about. Now, of course, you also want to know what the pre-recorded content is all about. Well, the pre-recorded content will be starting not this month, because, like I said, I just started to think about it just like 3 days ago or something. So, in a month of from 1 month from now, on September 26th, I believe that is a Tuesday, then we will go live with the first ever, no, that's not ever, but the first in the series of videos that is pre-recorded, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I will try to do my utmost best to make it a really high quality. I'm not good at it yet, so bear with me. I will try to get it under my belt, but yeah, I think that you're gonna love it. At least I think that this will bring more value for everybody. It's going to be 2 times a month at the start. I don't want to go with weekly at this moment. I don't think that that's a wise decision. So I'll do it 2 times a month, regardless if it's a 4 or 5 Tuesday month. 2 times a month, that I think is really good. Same time, so 7 p.m. Central European time as when I start this live show, so everybody knows when it can go live. It will be a premiere at all of the time, so that everybody can be there. I will try to be there as well, also for the sake of community, and I'm really looking forward to that. Topics are ranging from ATEM to vMix to DaVinci, the top 3, but also other software related components like Companion, ProPresenter, Central Control, you name it, that kind of stuff. Pre-recorded will also follow the same as the live shows, that, looking at July and August, but you might notice that it will continue in December. So that will remain in December, that there will be at least 1 video or 2 videos in that particular instance that will be going live, because I can pre-record that part. And that makes it so it's not a big problem for me to do that. So also one of the reasons why I'm giving myself a little bit of time to have a little bit of a backlog, so that at least I can make that happen. So that was the plan. I hope that you that you are in agreement with that. I hope that you like the plan. I think it's the best plan that I could come up with at the moment. Neil says 27 here as well. 29 is where it gets critical for me. Yeah, so for me it's more in the 27 area, but I can imagine that for some people it's going to be okay. Agree, Eric. The last years I had 32, 33, 4 Celsius. Gladly we've got a new roof, fully insulated, and now around 24 Celsius. Wow, I want to have that roof. Yeah, the funny thing is, I need to tell you, this is actually very nice. Totally not related to TechCondo. Well, to my condo, yes. So my condo is literally boxed in on all sides. So I have people living below me, on the sides of me, like there, and all of everywhere. And the cool part is that below me and on that side right there are some older people. The nice thing about older people is that they really want to have it warm. Now in the summer they don't, luckily, but in the winter they want to have that, which means that they're warming up my house. Really great. Which is very very funny, but it's very much isolated. This apartment or condo, but yeah, the thing is that because I have two cats, I cannot put everything open, so it takes more time for it to get less. Now I have to admit that the temperature is going like so at the moment, so hopefully next week by this time it will have like 2 degrees less here, and then it becomes more like a normal temperature for me. I can handle 24 degrees without any big problem, but everything on top of 24 degrees I don't like. uh, yes, roof insulation, yes, best way, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And the plan sounds great. Thank you so much. And Veal says, sounds good. We have a plan. Future secured. Oh, yeah. There's no idea in my mind to stop with TechCondo anytime soon. Just to clarify, I can imagine that in the future I might be doing some different frequency, but not anytime soon. I really love this community, and I really love being together with you guys and having a lot of fun. So that's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have a lot of fun here with vMix. Maybe also other software here. I have this computer right here, which is my laboratory computer. So this can be anything, literally anything. There, what you just saw a picture. Let me show that picture again. So what I'm pointing at right now is this. This will be my editing station, and this is going to be really really cool. I'm looking forward to using it. It's almost done. It's almost ready. Still have some last stuff to order because I misplaced a quick release plate, for example. I really need to have that one, so I purchased one this today. Hopefully, will be here on Monday or Tuesday. So that I can put on the PTZ camera or put up the PTZ camera, I have to say. And network is connected, I see. So I think that we're fully ready to rock as of next week, but I need some time. And IBC is also around the corner. That's right, IBC is also coming. So please be aware that on the 16th of September, so that's 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, I will not be in the studio. I will try to go live as quickly as I can with impressions on the floor, but I don't know what the plans are with the colleagues, because I am at the vMix booth all 4 days. Apart from maybe having somewhere 1 or 2 hours to roam the floor myself, then I will not be there. But be aware that I will be there at least a few hours. Well, most of the hours I would say every single day, but maybe like 1.5 hours per day. Not. It depends on what my job will be those 4 days. Looking very much forward to seeing whoever is coming. I think that MT is coming to IBC. I know that John Barker is coming to IBC, so let me know who is coming to IBC so that we can say hello to each other. MT says he will be at IBC on Saturday. Looking forward to see you on Saturday, MT. Yes, so for the people that do not know, IBC is the European NAB. It's a little bit smaller, but still quite huge. Yeah. The Cabo Studio is also in there. So the Cabo Studio, please say hello to me, but also not only with your name, but also that you're Cabo Studio, so that I know who is who, because I don't know. But I'm looking forward to see you also there. Looking very much forward to seeing everybody. I will again try to run the floor myself as well, and maybe have like a daily. I don't know if I can do that, but I will try to at least go live once. And otherwise, I will make sure that there will be a show fully dedicated to IBC 2023. Gerard is also coming. Nice. All right, so it's going to be. We need to do something with this. By the way, that's a YOLO box. I see, Gerard. Nice. Maybe we should arrange something like a meet and greet. Need to think about that. We need to have like a small meet and greet there on during that IBC. Let's figure that out. All right. That's actually all that I had in store for you guys today. I hope that, again, really appreciated you guys for hanging out with me today. So the next couple of weeks will be roughly the same as we always have done. So there will be no changes to the structure. But after IBC, the structure will change, as I mentioned. So don't expect too much immediately, but expect some changes after IBC 2023. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Really appreciate you for being here. I am so lucky to have you guys as a... where's my... There it is. I'm so lucky to have you guys as part of the community. Have a fantastic Saturday. See you next week for a regular live show. And see you around. Bye-bye.